What's up, y'all? This is just another little video the winner likes to do to show people that it's all about race, with all the abuse and stuff that's going on, the Adrian Peterson and Bill Cosby allegations and all the brothers and things that's going on that gets hit in the media, just Facebook, social media, just blasted away, bad guys, there's no excuse, let's talk about it all the time. But I always bring up the white race car driver, Busch. He, I guess, was faded one day and tripped out, and jumped over the car and grabbed his old lady by the neck and smashed her head against the wall 3 times. He could have killed her. You don't ever really hear about that. People's like, he's really not important. Busch, we don't really care about him. So what to what he did? Abuse is abuse, right? Sure, you may not have heard of Busch or NASCAR or anything, but I can absolutely guarantee that you've heard of the sponsors that's on his jacket and the sponsors that's on his car. M&M's, Pennzoil, to say the least. There's several Fortune 500 companies that he wields that still have his back, that haven't dropped out of anything. And I would just like to know why. Tiger Woods, he didn't beat anybody. He just cheated on his old lady. Buick backed out. Rolex backed out. Nike backed out. All the people that backed out just from allegations. Same with Adrian Peterson. Same with Ray Rice. All the things you use every day, those people didn't want anything to do with those brothers just because of allegations. You get the white race car driver, Busch, he did all of these same things, but you never hear about it. And why does he have all those Fortune 500 sponsors still having his back, even knowing in court that he beat the hell out of his wife? The next little example I want to show you is, I'm just watching the news here, and what's the first thing when you see Bill Cosby's face that people always say? What's the first thing? Rapist, druggist, blickety blah. What's the first thing that they talk about when they show Adrian Peterson's or Ray Rice's face? Child abuser, wife abuser, just all around bad guys. I mean, that's the first thing, top of the line thing that they talk about whenever they show their face. Okay, now I want to show you a little snippet of a news broadcast talking about Busch, of how they make light of the subject. They kind of make a joke out of it like it's cute, talking about, I'll just let you see. And tell me how long it takes for them to bring up his allegations of him beating his wife, and how long they talk about the actual allegations for. Check it out.
That's the hour. So listen to this story. NASCAR's Busch claims that his ex-girlfriend is a trained assassin who goes on secret missions. Now, Mike has been working on this one this morning, and I have to know that we've reached out.
Still haven't talked about his allegations
from either side yet. But it's one of those stories that is made for a soap opera. So the allegations from both sides. Good morning.
Exactly. So we get superstar NASCAR driver Busch making these claims in court. We'll get to why we're in court in the first place. But let's get to the headline.
30 seconds. Still haven't talked about his allegations.
Is Patricia Driscoll, and she told the AP this. I'm going to get right, so I have a bunch of notes here. These statements about me being a trained assassin, hired killer, are ludicrous and without basis, and an attempt to destroy my credibility. She went on to say, I find it interesting that some of the outlandish claims come straight from a fictional movie that she's been working on for years.
She's saying that in reaction to allegations that Kurt allegedly thinks that she would come back with spots on her and go places in camouflage.
1 minute in, they still haven't mentioned him smashing his old lady's head in the wall 3 times.
All this right here, that she they're in El Paso, and he says that she told him she was a mercenary who killed people for a living, showed him pictures of bodies with gunshot wounds, came back once with the blood splattered gown. I mean, real like spy movie stuff here. That's what we got here. Now let's get back to the basics. Why are we in court in the first place? Because he testified this in court. They broke up last fall.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
No contact order because she claimed abuse. He denies
he touched it. He denied it.
Getting into all of this.
And now we're moving on.
On to say this when you talk about her being the one, you know, is the dangerous one. I know she could take me down at any moment.
Victim blaming.
Attorney Rusty Hardin because she's a bad blank. So that's, yeah, exactly. Back and forth here. So
See what
and
I'm
there was
saying?
A friend as well who was testifying in this, saying that friend of both, saying he'd never heard anything from her that he was abusive, and then after the breakup that she became a little bit vengeful. Again, we've reached out to both sides,
But that makes it
no
okay.
comment as of yet. So
See how calm they are?
story.
Look,
Really
smiling, joking. What would be the looks on their face if it was Adrian Peterson, Bill Cosby, or Ray Rice up there?
Slightly distracted
And
from what
that's
you're trying to do on the track.
And that's one last point. That's one of the things he pointed out why they broke up. She was monopolizing too much of his time. They had to break up because he had to concentrate on racing again.
Victim blaming.
Wow.
How do them M&Ms taste, y'all? How does that Pennzoil run in your car? Knowing they
legalizing pot is one
back
of the
a
top
wife
trending
beater.
stories on Twitter this morning.